Hey YouTube, back again with a rig review. It's been a while since I've done one. I still got a couple of things I haven't shown you. Most of y'all know this is a new bright body that I got at Walmart on one of their crappy little RC cars, but hard bodies are few and far between. This is a 2015 Mustang Gt. I haven't taken any of the stickers off of it or anything done to the body. It's all box stock. But that's not the exciting part. To me, this car is special. This is a Tamiya TA02. Not this particular one, but that was the first RC that I had, first real RC. You know, growing up, I had Radio Shack trucks and buggies and silly things that would last, 6 months to a year. And this was my first hobby grade RC that I built as a kid. It's the only RC that I ever had that I had, the kits come with the plastic bushings, and I actually wore out bushings on it. I drove it so much. I had to upgrade it to ball bearings years later. And the original one I had, I believe, was an Alfa Romeo T155 or something, the big red 4-door sedan, and it was a pretty good kit. Had a lot of good times growing up with that. So a couple years ago, I decided I was going to build me one, and I didn't want to buy a kit new, so I built one together with upgrade parts just from scratch because I couldn't find an instruction manual for it. I did not save that instruction manual. I've got just about everything else I've ever had. But sadly, I've been trying to sell this one because I know I really don't want to drive it, and got a lot of money in it, and I really need money for my King Hauler build back there in the background. So that is a money pit. I think I've got about I'd say 1,000 in that one already, and it still needs at least another 800 to 1,000 to finish it out the way I'd like to. So you get older, toys get more expensive. But anyway, I'll show you this one here. Alright, so the first thing, get the body off. These new bright bodies are not as tough as Tamiya bodies. They are very flimsy. Let's zoom out a little bit. And you can see it's got a good amount of flex to it. They're not made to take apart. Everything's glued in. The windows are just black plastic. They take a little bit of work to make them compatible, and also the wheelbase is just slightly off. It does not quite fit. So that's one reason why I kind of lost interest in this build. But you can see this is not fully upgraded, but it's pretty heavily upgraded. We've got the stock plastic tub, which is new. I bought everything on eBay and just pieced it together. The gearboxes are from, what do they call that one? So the TA02 chassis is now, I think, the DF01. They've changed the name of it, and they use it on some buggies and some things like that. Not Fast Attack. One of those silly Tamiya named off-road buggies. That the factory ones for the TA02 touring cars were red with black, and yeah, red just looks silly. That's like the one I had growing up, but I've got the black ones. And other than that, everything's aluminum. We've got I bought this set from, I want to say from Asia Tees, through their website. It is, I can't remember who makes it. It's full aluminum set for the DF01 is how they sell it. I've read through some forums and found out that the DF01 is the same as the TA02, and that's how I ended up with it. But that set comes with aluminum shock towers, aluminum control arms, C-hubs, the hubs. Comes with 4 universal shafts. Had the, I think the aluminum shocks were extra. Those were not included with that set. And same for the rear. Had the arms, the hubs, the upper, or the shock mount, sorry. And it came with a steering link set, which did not work. So I've had to upgrade to another steering setup that I got on eBay. It actually has a solid link connecting the 2 sides. Gets you a little bit more turning, because I was planning on making a drift car out of it. What else we got? We have the original Tamiya TA02 Urethane Bumper, which was a pricey piece to find. It's pretty cool. They hadn't made those in a while, I don't believe. What else did we do? We've got an aluminum drive shaft, aluminum cups for it to set in. Flip over to the bottom. The gearbox case bottom was separate. I think that was 35 or 40 bucks by itself. And the same with the rear diff cover. That was an added option also. I think it was about the same. It was a little bit extra. And got aluminum hex adapters, aluminum servo mounts. The body mounts I just made out of sheet metal, Velcro for the temporary mounting of the body. And then little things I've had to buy, the adjustable turnbuckles for the upper control arm. That one's loose. And I think for the camber reasons, the fronts didn't work. I had to make my own. But yeah, it's got a lot of upgrades. Also has the Tamiya Skyline speed-tuned gear set in the rear. Gives you 2 extra spur gear options. I don't remember which one I have in there. I was going to put a brushless system in it, and it'd probably be way overpowered, but it's more fun that way. And the wheels are just plastic. I hadn't gotten to aluminum wheels yet. I wanted to do the factory carbon fiber chassis on the 2 plates. But those are extremely rare. I found bits and pieces. I could find the plates for I want to say it would end up costing around $100 shipped from, I think, Japan on that one. But that doesn't give you all the mounting components. There's aluminum tubes that have to connect the plates together and that go in between your transmission and your chassis plates, and there was a lot of stuff still needed to make that work, and it's just impossible to find individual. And a complete kit, I think they're $250, $300 from what I found, and they're all overseas as well. But yeah, these are really fun cars. This one's got full ball bearings. Not much improved over the one I had growing up. They hadn't changed much, but everything that could be aluminum I've got on it, short of chassis. They do make an aluminum chassis for it. I found some of those on eBay, but I've never actually seen one of those. I don't know how that all works and what all's entailed in that. Seemed kind of, it was homemade. Somebody machined it themselves. It was just kind of weird. I didn't want to spend that much money on something I wasn't sure of. But and tires are used. They're not even mounted on the wheels. They're just pressed on. I didn't have anything else to throw on it at the time, so I wanted to get some vintage original Tamiya aluminum wheels and try to, it's just going to be a display piece, but I don't know, kind of lost interest. And it's got a full stainless hardware kit. That came in handy. I still use that every day. It's up here underneath something somewhere. The came with a ton of extra hardware. There's one of those $20 or $30 sets on eBay that somebody's put together, all stainless steel, Allen headed hardware. I had so much extra stuff. I've been using it for years. It's really handy. Yeah, none of these reviews aren't that much fun when I have something not running, but I don't know. I've been thinking about selling this and just been sitting up there on a shelf, so I thought I would at least tell you about it. But anyways, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos to come.